Hello, and welcome back to the Pretty Little Podcast. We are your hosts.
My name is Phoebe.
And my name is Caroline. And we're going to be talking pop culture today. I hope you've all done your reading. And by reading, I mean your watching of television and all of the things, mostly Salt Lake City, that require your attention today, which we will be getting into. But before we do that, there's like breaking news. There's actually we're breaking a story here today. Phoebe, please regale me with the story of your Lime scooter incident.
Mom's gonna be so mad when
Mom doesn't know yet.
When she listens to this in 4 months.
In a couple months. Well, like we said that, and then the other day she was like listening the day of and sending us her notes the day. I was like, wait, okay, so are you listening or not? Like just
I didn't listen to that voice memo because I thought it was gonna be like homework.
No, it was notes for us. It was she listened to the podcast, paused it, and had a few things that she wanted to say to us. Go listen to go listen to the voice memo. It's on your phone too.
So I went to the place where I watched the Steelers games, and it was pretty hot. It's walkable, but it's hot. It's like a mile, and it's really hot. So we were like, maybe we'll Uber down there. And then Ubers were $15. So we were like, okay, well, that's insane for a mile. So we walked down there. That should be a $5 Uber.
Yeah.
Not $15. There's no parking down there anyway. And so we watched the game. We had fun. We had some amazing food. This is important for the story. We did plan to eat the rest of our food for dinner later. So I was holding the bag of food.
Needless to say, Phoebe's hungry. Needless to say, while we're recording this episode, Phoebe is hungry.
We decided to do Lime scooters because we looked to see how much an Uber would be to get back.
I have a question.
And it was also
right
$15.
Now. I have a question I have to ask you now, and the question is this something that you've done before, like you frequently do? Okay, first time.
We were like, but there were like a bunch of Lime scooters out there, and it was like
always are.
It was like $7 as opposed to $15.
Well, they are fun too, but also they're so dangerous. And I mean, I know I'm preaching to the choir, but like they are so dangerous. But you are a scooter kid, so I'm like, what's up? I'm like, I guess riding a scooter is not like riding a bike. You heard it here first.
That was kind of the issue here. that was kind of the issue.
Okay, can't wait to hear you explain that.
So I was like, I didn't want to tell Matt, who I was with, that I was nervous to ride the scooter. I didn't want to tell him that. I was like,
you little fucking baby.
I didn't want to be like, I don't know if I feel super equipped.
Hey Matt, I'm nervy. Maybe you could hold the food because I'm a little nervy on the scooter. I was a scooter kid, but it's not like riding a bike.
Is that what you sounded like, sort of, when you?
No, it doesn't
in your head
drama.
when you were planning what you were gonna say, and then you were like,
sound like
"That's
drama
literally not what drama sounds like."
Anyway, so we were doing it, and I'm like, "Oh, this is like easy. Like I've got this." And
again, it's an electric scooter. There should be nothing hard about it. But yeah.
But the thing that so like basically when you're on it, you use your thumb to put the gas on, and you can go pretty fast on it.
How fast were you going?
I didn't clock it. I wasn't.
You didn't. You know.
No, I don't know.
Was it above 5 miles an hour?
They don't show you. I don't know how fast I was going.
Okay, so you could. Okay, well, there's a.
I mean, Caroline, you can't.
Hello,
go
ever heard of a speed limit?
You can't go 100 miles an hour on it.
Okay, ever heard of a speed limit though?
You're almost.
What if you get pulled over on a Lime scooter because you're going 30 and a 25?
You certainly cannot go 30 miles.
Okay,
per hour.
you went. Oh, that's so funny because I said, "How fast are you going?" You're like, "It's not like you can go 100 miles per hour." So I was assuming like 30 was reasonable. Honestly,
no. I mean, you are on a scooter.
But another thing I want to think about now, because now I'm itching to ride a Lime scooter, is that what if you also added in, like, you combine the electronic power of said vehicle with your physical power, with your horsepower, and you were also put like you could get to 27.
This is where I ran into my issues.
So you tried it, okay?
No, I didn't try it.
He was like, this thing does not go fast enough. Anyone else having trouble like catching speed?
And so there's a red light. We're approaching a red light, and I panic.
Oh my god!
So
oh my god!
My friend Matt stops, and I don't know if he made a perfectly smooth stop. He did not fall, but he like was off the scooter when I saw him.
You can try your best to make it sound like
just
you all struggled.
Just listen. And I took my thumb off the gas thinking, because it will start to slow down, but it does not slow down at the rate you might want it to. And then I started to panic because
And it doesn't have the thing on the back wheel?
No. I was rapidly starting to approach the red light, and I was not slowing down. And I started panicking because
Was this a busy intersection?
No, I mean there weren't even any cars in the street. There could have been. There could have been. And that is pure luck. And that, once again, is a reason I know I'm on this earth for a reason. Because I've had a couple brushes with death, I feel. And I didn't want to pick the brake handle that went to the front wheel. Because I was afraid that if I slammed that down, I would flip over. Yeah.
No, I know exactly that feeling.
And so I just did what you would do on a real scooter, like a manual scooter. And I jumped off of it. But I kept my hands on the handlebars. And the thing is...
So you were airborne?
It can't sense that your feet are no longer on the scooter. So it kept going at the speed
that it was pulling you by your arms.
And so all I could do was just careen it into the street.
Oh, you could have let go.
The food was on it. And it all happened so fast.
I have to tell you, it would have been fine if the food stayed on it and you just let go and you didn't have skin knees.
Blink and you could miss this happening.
My God, I can assure you I would not
honestly,
have missed it.
I was on the ground before I realized what was happening. I can look back and understand like how my thought process, but like it was a matter of like a second that this happened. And
I like that. I like that it definitely felt that way to you, but to passerby, it was probably like 7 Mississippis. So, okay, somebody's Ring doorbell has this footage, just saying, and I will find it. Get me into your next door app. I'm hacking the next door app for your town, and I will be finding this footage.
Matt was like, are you he couldn't believe it.
Only one witness?
He could, yeah, actually, no cars. It was, thank
How
God.
mad are your friends?
Oh, Mimi's pissed because she didn't come.
That'll teach you, Mimi. That'll teach me to
Mimi's
stay inside on the Steelers Sunday.
And,
holy shit. Next week, Mimi's like, and by the way, this time we're taking Lime scooters to and fro. She shows up at your house with a Lime scooter for you and her. She's like, do it again.
And so Matt's like, did you hit your head? Did you hit your head? And I was like, no, I didn't. I understand why he asked this now, because when I got home, I had
twigs.
I had a little bit of black marks on my face from when I think I had kind of a moment to myself on the pavement where I was like,
maybe I'll just stay here. You were like, oh wait, do I know her?
Comfy.
Have I been here before? Maybe.
Stop.
I think I've seen this film before.
And so yeah, I have a pretty gnarly scraped knee, but this is an ad for Old Navy jeans because Caroline saw how scraped my fucking knee is, and my jeans are completely fine.
Well, Phoebe, I hate to like immediately pop a balloon in this amazing promo you're doing for Old Navy, but obviously we all know in college they called me scrapes. I had like perpetually skid knees. I was kind of always falling. I didn't have the luxury of a Lime scooter to accelerate any of my fall or anything like that, but I would frequently fall. And I also like to wear tights a lot, black tights, in like the fall and winter. And I kid you not, I would constantly like fall out, whatever. And I'd be like, look, my tights didn't rip. I didn't get scrapes. And then I get home and I'm peeling the tights out of the skin and my tights wouldn't rip, but I would have skin knees. So I do think it's like not just the jeans. Tights are thin.
Maybe, but it does feel like there should have been some fraying on the fabric.
Yeah, because also I'm like, then anyone who was like watching this happen, who was like a naysayer, like, oh, it didn't look that bad. Like, but like if you see me with like perfectly fine jeans, you're like, oh, she's fine. It's like, no, there's actually a catastrophe happening. Let me take my pants off and show you.
Scientifically, how does that make sense that I drew blood on my knee and my jeans are fine?
Here's what I think it is. I think your jeans, the denim, clutches onto like your knee in certain areas and like rips it. Like I think your jeans probably
have some skin particles in there.
Yeah, like probably like latched onto some of the skin and then like the friction ended up, some of it stuck to the jeans. You know what I mean? That's my take. That's my take. That's great. So happened. Phoebe texted me last night to tell me this. And I was also, by the way, I need to just advise you. I know that you don't frequently have to send photos of skin knees, but as somebody who is a veteran, you do have to warn somebody before you're going to send them a fucking gruesome image like that, Phoebe. It's called invisible ink. They invented it on the Apple phone for that reason. On the Apple phone, by the way. I'm not calling it an iPhone anymore. It's an Apple phone. I is like way too me-centric. It's way too Aria.
Right.
Wait, I want to get right back to this Lime scooter thing. But, well, actually, can you just remind me to read you this text Gibson sent me yesterday? Because I think she meant to send it to me and you, but she sent it in a group chat to the Bomb Squad, which is like our extended friend group. And they all were like really good sports about it, but I do think it was meant to go to you and me. And so anyway, I'm going to read it. But anyway, Phoebe texted me last night. She's like, I got these. I took a tumble. She sends me the photo. Thank God I'm not queasy. And then she tells me she fell off a Lime scooter, which I obviously had to read a few times to fully soak in that information.
The best news for Caroline.
Couldn't
ever
believe my eyes seeing that. And then she sends me these photos, these images. And I was already like laughing really hard at the idea of her falling off the Lime scooter because I knew she was fine other than her gruesome leg. I knew she was fine. So I was like already kind of giggling to myself. And then you know how when you send two photos, like they show up kind of like small in the text chain. So I hadn't clicked into them yet. All I saw was like a crowd of people surrounding somebody on the ground who had like fallen off of some sort of mode of transportation with a helmet. And I was like, well, like good for her for wearing a fucking helmet. I didn't know the Lime scooters were riding them. Maybe she like brought it from home. Like, I don't know. But I was like, I started immediately laughing so hard my eyes were filling up with tears and now I can't see. So like even though I'm clicking into the photos, like I actually can't see what's in the photos. I can just see the like I'm like, Phoebe, oh my God, so many people were there and a professional photographer. Like I cannot believe we already have the pics. Like how is this not in the family group chat? I was like, this is the luckiest day in our family history. The fact that we have images of Phoebe hitting the ground like this is actually gold. We used to pray for times like these. And then I realized it was actually President Joe Biden who had fallen off of his bike. And that's what it was. And that's why there was the throng of people around him.
But I sent that picture to a couple group chats that I was just like, this mood board for today.
Kind of the vibe.
Was this. The food still was great. I mean,
so the food survived?
It was in rough shape. And the bag was filled with the sauce that we had.
Ew.
But, the food was good. So that's what I had for dinner.
Okay. Well, so will you be riding a Lime scooter again one day or no?
Yeah, probably in about 3 weeks.
Why?
Well, next week we play at 8:30 a.m. my time because we're in Ireland. And then there's a bye week. And then we'd play Thursday. Or no, then there's a Sunday game, but I'll be in Pittsburgh. And then there's a Thursday. That'll be the next time I'm there, which actually it'll be nighttime, so we'll probably walk. It won't be
I wouldn't advise after with your track record. I would
after
say,
hours, yeah.
Let's get a few.
That's a daytime activity.
Lime scooter rides under our belts without injury before we. Nighttime.
But guys, I understand the allure now, and that's coming from someone who actually had like, some may say a bad experience.
Like, you mean the one you had yesterday?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I was like, okay,
I'm not against doing it again.
Okay, so let me read you this text from Gibson. Hang on. Coffee shop has the ultimate manic pixie dream girl pick me Aria Montgomery artsy girl final boss this morning. Giant headphones, jacket with a million buttons and patches, also talking out loud on the phone, has a big hardcover book, and a fucking typewriter. Please don't fucking for real, ma'am.
No way. Typewriter in person?
A typewriter in person in a coffee shop.
Those are so fucking heavy.
Those are so loud.
They're so heavy, so loud.
She's talking on the phone out loud and on a typewriter. Are you out of your mind, girl?
No, that is Aria Final Boss.
Oh my God. So Gibson sends that in the Bomb Squad. Anthony goes, Senorita Awesome? He's like, well, yes, that is exactly who it was. Isn't that crazy? Then Gibson managed to snap a pic. But oh my God, literally typewriter in the frame. I'm sending this to you.
You want a picture?
She got a pic.
And hey, by the way, guys, don't be mad that someone took a picture of a stranger when this girl clearly wants to be this guy.
You were dying to be photographed.
Clearly wanted to be
This girl was absolutely just left her house that day and was like, I'm going on a pap walk. That's essentially what she did. You don't go anywhere with a typewriter if you don't want someone to take a picture of you.
Like, you can't be serious.
You can't be. Are you looking at the pic?
But that's an Emily ass outfit.
It is. But I mean, unmistakably Aria with that typewriter on the table next to her too. So it's like, it's still her table, but like
That's insane.
Can you believe that?
No.
It looks like it's not in use. Girl, what are you doing? Why do
It's
you
a prop.
have that? Like, are you repairing it? Are you a typewriter repairer?
She's writing her screenplay and she prefers to handwrite it first
Yeah.
and then edit while she's putting it into the typewriter.
Yes, no, exactly. Exactly. You're right. Is that not
Or maybe
so
she ran
funny?
out of paper.
On the typewriter? Maybe she forgot typewriters actually need paper right away. Like, you don't, it's not like a Google Doc. There's nothing to
Maybe
actually
it
type
was
it on.
like-
Maybe she's never written on one before. Because
Maybe
it
it was
kind of
like
seems
an
like the
art
thing you
inst-
would do if you'd never written on one before. You'd bring it to a coffee shop because you
Yeah.
wouldn't know.
Maybe she's an art installation. It's like a think piece.
I fucking hope so.
She's an actor.
But okay, don't bring the acting community into this. Thanks. Jesus
You're welcome.
Christ. Well,
that's so funny. The way she described it, I do understand why the people in the group chat would be like, "What?"
I know, like they were like all like into it, but I was like, this definitely. I mean, it's funny for everybody, but this had to have meant to go to Phoebe. And then I was like, I'll just read it to her on the pod instead of sending it to her now. So just fun. By the way, guys, thank you to everyone who ordered some of our Halloween merch. It's killing it. It's really fun. It's really cute. If you haven't gotten it yet, go get it. It's on our Etsy shop at the link in our social media bio. We've got like long sleeve comfort colors tees and fun colors. We got short sleeve. We got Gildan sweatshirts. We've got hats. And we got all kinds of stuff. So go check it out. It's like the Rosewood Ghost Tour line. And while we're talking about that, also come to my ghost tours. I've got 2 this weekend. One in Carnegie, PA. One in Millvale, PA. And I can't wait to see you all there.
The first appearance of Scrunchy.
My first ghost tour in Millvale. I am literally nervous about it. And I'm just so glad that I met Scrunchy ahead of time. Was it on streaming that I talked about Scrunchy?
I think we did talk about Scrunchy.
If you missed it,
But
Scrunchy
I think the
is a
picture was
horrifying
on
doll.
Patreon.
Yeah, Scrunchy's a horrifying doll that was like found in a building. I don't want to give away the whole story, but we do meet Scrunchy and we do go in the building on this tour, and you like go in, all the lights are off, you go in the basement, it's like a whole thing. And Scrunchy was just fully not what I was expecting. Like the way that they all described this doll to me, I just feel like nobody said it had a clown face. I just feel like nobody said it had a clown face.
I don't like
They were
it
like, it's
at
like
all.
this like old porcelain doll. They said like porcelain face. I was just imagining like Pretty
Like
Little
a
Liars
doll.
vibes kind of thing.
Yeah.
No. So it's horrifying. So like actually thank God I got to meet Scrunchy before I went in, because can you imagine if I opened the trunk it's in the basement and that's what was staring back at me for the first time and we're shrouded in darkness and I have an audience?
No, I can't.
Talk about getting your money's
can't.
worth though.
That's
Literally.
true. You should kind of
Literally.
act like it's the first time you've seen it.
Are you so fucking excited for Taylor Swift's feature film?
Yeah, insane. I can't really believe it.
I can't
I wonder
either.
what it's gonna be like.
Okay, so she keeps saying like, I feel like I just feel like we're getting a visual album. Like I feel like we're gonna get a video for like every song. I don't think that's really what's gonna happen, but like, it just feels like that would be such a good move for her. She's never done that.
Mhm.
And to put it in theaters for one weekend only. I actually can't believe we got tickets. I must have seen it within 30 seconds of them posting it, because otherwise I know we wouldn't have gotten in.
Crazy. I know.
There
one
were like
weekend
so
is
many
wild.
seats available when I got them.
Wow. Let me look at what my theater looks like. It's the
Well,
one weekend
they
thing is
crashed
kind of
the AMC
crazy.
website.
Oh whoa.
Yeah.
No problems on my end. Doing
Um,
just fine over here on the A list.
oh my God. Hey, A-listers, we didn't have that problem, did we?
Oh my god, dead though that I'm so excited to see it with you, and I know that we'll probably be in a similarly nice theater, but
Yeah.
they're only doing showings in our Dolby Atmos.
Well, we're going to be in the like XD. It's not going to be Dolby Atmos, but it will be XD. It'll be my favorite
it can't
theater
be
in
Dolby
there.
Atmos because it's AMC exclusive.
Well, whatever, Phoebe. At least the concessions aren't going to put you into debt, okay? Anywho, we're going to have so much fun. So we have like the most fun weekend ever, but I'm so excited. She did say I'm like a little bit, I don't feel like it's going to be a documentary. I'm just worried that it's going to be like, I'm scared to say this. I'm worried that parts of it are going to be low-key boring.
I kind of hope it is kind of like documentary making of the album kind of thing.
I just feel like we have those, and that's less glitzy and glammy than the life of a showgirl and like how she's speaking about the album. Like she was like, I just saw the video of her where she's like, we really wanted everything with this era to be super luxurious and whatever. But I do wonder if she's going to be scaling some of it back because of all this shit she's dealing with? Did you see her stalker has like gone off the grid?
Yeah, I just sent that to you and Amber.
Oh,
It's
I saw it
very
this morning.
scary, and it kind of explains
The
everything that's been
bulletproof.
happening.
The way that people like envision her in their minds is just so annoying to me. That I'm like, see, look, look. She's got real problems. Okay. Okay, billionaires have real
Exactly.
problems too sometimes. only some of them, and really only her. Anyway, yeah, I'm so excited for the album too. I feel like it's gonna be so good. Okay, there are theories that because in the video where we see her directing and she's like cracking the heck up, there are theories that Travis is like the lead guy in the music
That'd be
video,
crazy.
and that he's cracking her the heck up.
I don't want to be an asshole.
Oh, let me guess. Phoebe would hate it. Saw that coming from a mile away.
I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate it.
You would.
But I just
say it. You want it to be Andrea Denver.
who is that?
Hello, he's in the
From
5-minute
Summer
cameo
House?
to Amber. Yeah, from Summer House.
Well, yeah, I would love it for it to be him, but I just think that
I'm joking.
Travis.
He
is
was in
such
her
a-
Blank
he's
Space
such
one,
a,
you know?
Yeah. He's such a caricature, and maybe that will work.
You don't think Taylor's running a tight fucking ship and cracking that whip? You don't think she's saying, "Hey, no funny business. Hey, do what's in the script, Trav. Hey, kill it, Trav. Eyes in the script. Thank you. Let's run those lines again." You don't think she's like he's played football for a long time. Let's run the lines a lot. Overkill the lines if you have to. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I suppose we'll see. I am just excited to see what it is. I'm glad. I feel like this is the first era where, I guess that's not true. We literally had folklore come out of nowhere, but I just mean like
This is not coming out of nowhere.
that's not what I'm saying. There's been enough promo that I'm so excited for, but we still don't know anything about really what we're getting.
How are you feeling about the other rumors? So like, let's say crises are all averted. This stalker is everything's figured out and things can go as planned. How are you feeling about the idea that this next that her campaign for this album is going to be bigger than it's ever been, that she's going to be everywhere, like that she's going to be doing the biggest rollout she's ever done? Well, sometimes you're like, stay in the shadows, Tay. Get behind me, Tay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't know. I think I'm ready for it. I loved the red rollout, and that's the last big one we got, I feel like.
I also feel like
Red Taylor's version.
If we're going with the life of a showgirl and all this glitz and glam, it would make perfect sense for her to then announce a Vegas Sphere residency. Sorry, I know you don't think she's there yet. I think for this era, a limited Vegas Sphere residency would be perfect. What's more showgirl than Vegas? Like, you know what I mean? If not the Super Bowl halftime show, I think that would make that'd be a perfect next
I could see it, and you don't really have to do. I don't think she'll do like a month's long residency. I think she'll do like maybe a month at the Sphere. But like most artists will go into the Sphere and do like a week, or like Grateful Dead, I think, was the longest run that they did at the Sphere. It's not a traditional Vegas residency.
So then this is where I'm sick though also, and I know you are too, but like unfortunately every time I start thinking like that, which is logical and reasonable, I'm like, okay, but this is Taylor Swift we're talking about, and she's all about breaking records. So like in what world is she not going to be like, so I'm going to set the record for? And I also was like thinking, because I said her whole thing now is she's at a place where she doesn't have to do a show 5 nights in a row, 6 nights in a row. She can do it on the weekends, kind of make her own schedule the way she did with the Eras tour. So I was like, okay, she might be one of the people who is aptly situated to pay off the Sphere for an entire month and only play it on the weekends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she could do that. Whereas I feel like most people don't do that because they cannot afford to be there for longer than a week. And you're not going to you're going to have to take all your set down and everything. You know what I mean? So it's like, but she could do that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll be curious to see what it ends up being. I also wouldn't be surprised if she does just like a big rollout and then doesn't do anything with it until she's married.
Yeah. I mean, I could too. I do think though, if she's planning on going big, 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 as they say, if these rumors are true, we would never be able to go, but I think that would be such a cool, imagine the videos we would get from the Sphere.
Yeah, it'd be crazy.
Because it would also just be a neat way to I don't know, because it just really does feel like, what do you do after the Eras tour. How do you
You do it
tour
again.
again? You do it again, Tay. Get on the road. I mean, I'd be there. I'd fucking be there.
I think that I don't, and she could read. I'm not saying that this was what would happen to her, but I just have a way that I view Vegas residencies and what that typically indicates about someone's career, and I just don't think she's there yet, and I don't want it to slow her down.
I kind of have to challenge that a little bit, though. I don't know that that's true. Like, I think that in some cases, sure, but in many ways, like, at least the way that my generation looked at Britney Spears in her Vegas residency, it was like it's like true icons, and like Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah.
No,
you know what I mean?
Sure. She's but like, I know they're not in the same, but they were never in the same vein as Taylor Swift.
Right, and also like, I mean, Britney did that, and then that was kind of it. And Kelly Clarkson is much smaller compared to Taylor.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Is a different kind of. She's so that the only I mean Taylor. What I'm saying is Taylor could defy that, but I have how I look at a Vegas residency is like you don't do that until
even if it's at the Sphere, which is brand new.
Well, I think she could. Well, I just don't think it's going to be a traditional residency. Like, I don't think she's going to be there. I think a month tops, maybe 2. And it's not going to be like tons of shows. But I just mean that like a traditional showgirl Vegas residency would probably number one not be at the Sphere, and also like.
Well, she's not going to go do it at Pam Anderson's.
It would typically not be
dance.
Like. It wouldn't. I don't know.
No, I know what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying. Like, I totally get it, and I agree. Like, look at Hacks. Think about the Jean Smart role in Hacks, where it's like, you look at something like that. Like, that is definitely the idea around it. But also, I'm like, it's so on theme right now for that. Like, if that is, I could just see her being like, month of December, see you in this. I mean, she won't be because Wizard of Oz is still there. But, you know, or announce it on her birthday or something. Like, I'm going to go for 1 month. Doing the Sphere. It's part of my album campaign. I'm probably going to break a record, and I'm going to reinvigorate the idea of Vegas being a place people want to go to see shows, you know? And like, I just could see, and also if it's a time for her to slow down, like if it's a time for her to say, I want to get married, like maybe that is the right time for her to do this. Now I'm going to step out for a second, go get married, do whatever I want to do, play the halftime show next year.
I have a tough. I don't know. I have a tough time seeing her in Vegas. I really not Vegas performing.
Even with the imagery we're getting.
I just mean like her living there. Like,
well, girl, she's not living there. Girl, she's getting on the plane after the show, going home.
Yeah,
going back next day. She's not living there. But also, Phoebe, no offense to you and me. We haven't really done Vegas the way it could be done. So like we actually, I think she could live in Vegas and truly live in the lap of luxury and have the most gorgeous experience for a month. I think on the weekends she could probably do it in a way that maybe we can't even dream of.
One might say we've really seen Vegas.
Well, I mean, I've seen it from down below, and by that I mean a wheelchair.
No, and also we mean below the bridges.
Well, yes, of course. Why do I want to travel the world in a wheelchair? Like, why did I go to New York in a wheelchair? Why did I go to Vegas? I'm like hitting all the big cities in a wheelchair.
Attention.
Well, when you put it like that, yeah. Just kidding.
Why did I have to go on a pink Jeep tour with a boot? Make it everybody
else's. I have to bring my crutches. I have to say though, I saw someone talk about how Adele might be rumored for the Super Bowl halftime show, and I'm so sorry. Like, Adele, love you, so talented. I might piss people off. What the hell would Adele's halftime show be? Hello? Yeah. Like, no thanks. It's all ballads. I know you're gonna be like, what about Rumor Has It? Well, I love Smash, so don't even try it, okay? I know about Rumor Has It.
I'm trying to think. I mean, it would have to be her early stuff and like Send My Love to Your New Lover. Like, that's
it has to be like Rolling in the Deep. Like, and like she could do it, but I'm just like, I also, sorry, Adele is a little bit of a park and barker. You know what I mean? Like, I want a performance at the Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah. You know who I would love?
Who?
I don't think she'll do it. I don't think she's like even probably in the discussion right now, but I would love Ariana to do it.
Oh my God. I would love that.
But it could kind of in its own kind of way make sense this year because she's going on tour, coming off of Wicked. She's already getting ready for the tour.
Yeah.
So it's not like she'd have to build a production from the ground up.
But low key, I feel like for Ariana, and I loved Eternal Sunshine, and I completely think it's a hit as an album, but I do feel like she could use one more recent album, non-Wicked related, that tears, that people like go nuts for, and then do it, because it's just been so long since we got that music, and we've had such Wicked fever. And like, think about how much Wicked's gonna come out in November.
It'll just be
Oh, she'll
Ariana
just do
and
Wicked.
It'll just be Wicked.
Okay,
It'll be
no,
a
I'm in.
Wicked halftime show.
Okay, now I'm in. Just do Defying Gravity over and over and over again. Do a quick As Long As You're Mine with Cynthia and Jonathan, and let's finish it up with For Good. I'm good with that. I'm actually totally good with that. And the 2 new songs, which I'm not worried about at all, by the way.
By the way,
all these people who are like, I don't know, like, don't mess with it. Like, excuse me, Ariana and Cynthia are not letting them do anything wrong. Number one, like, Ariana has been protecting this with her life,
Right.
and that's what we need and expect from our Glinda.
think about how people felt initially when we found out. I don't even know if there was
my
a moment
God.
we like found out, but like when they did the popular like,
and people
the
were like, she
modulations,
sounds so bad.
and people were like pissed about that change to the end of the song.
Yeah.
And
Weren't
then
you one of those people, Loki?
no, I loved it, but
Oh.
I don't love modulations, so I may have said that. At one
Yeah,
point.
I feel like
I don't like a key change.
you love to be a little bit of a contrarian.
Right.
You
Well,
do,
I
like Harry
key change
Styles.
sometimes they bother me. They bother the okay. Harry Styles ran a marathon in under 3
Saw.
hours.
And under a pseudonym, new name, like Sven
That's-
or something.
I think it was Stead.
Hey, Harry, when were you doing that? Oh, I guess you haven't been making music, so I guess you've had nothing but time.
Well, other than when you're putting your tongue down Zoe Kravitz's throat.
throat. Which, by the way, we completely support.
Yeah, I love it.
Which, by
I
the way,
love
we're
it.
not mad about. We're just
But
saying.
it is. I mean, we only ever see him running, so I guess it makes sense that he would be fast as fuck. But it is.
Why did we never assume that he could be fast as fuck?
Well,
He's like,
I
hey,
just-
Benson Boone. Okay, I see your backflips and I see you're copying my whole thing, and I raise you marathon. Good luck.
Let's see what an
Good
Iron
luck.
Man.
Yeah, exactly.
Why did we say that? He would be a good halftime show. That I would love.
We were talking about. I totally just lost my train of thought. What were we just talking about? You don't remember? Contrarian, you're contrarian. Harry
what's
Styles
funny-
running.
Oh, modulations. Well, I
Modulation.
just then
Oh,
it
right.
was like
Modulations.
I didn't really care about it that much, and also you saw the way Steven Schwartz talked about how Ariana was really nervous about doing that, and I'm just like,
That was all I needed to hear.
it might take us a second to like love the songs because we've had, I don't know, 25 years with these ones.
Yeah.
So it might take us
Yeah.
a second to be like, they're of the same caliber, but I think in like, for me and Caroline, after seeing the movie one time, we'll be sold.
Yeah, I'm actually sold without seeing it or hearing it. Sight unseen, I'm good. I'm sold. I just think, I'm sorry, they're written by Steven Schwartz. So no matter what, it will be right. You know what I mean? Because it's actually his fucking show. Thank you. All right, so moving right along from that, though, I just think an Adele halftime show would, suck. Okay, moving along. The Summer I Turned Pretty finale was last week. And are you still watching it at all? I know you've been busy.
No, but I do want to. I'm having trouble logging into my Amazon Prime account, so
Okay,
from my
cool.
computer, so I haven't been able to watch it. But I did
Well, if you
see
need
some
help,
of the
that's
hot
what-
and heavy scenes.
Holy shit.
Them
You
in
saw
the car?
Dress back on the charts. Yeah.
Them in the
which
car
where,
was like,
where it
no
belongs, by
fucking
the way.
way.
where Dress belongs on the charts. Thank you.
Off the body
Um,
on the charts.
Exactly. Phoebe, so obviously I've been through like a huge journey with the Summer I
Yeah,
Turned
where'd
Pretty.
you end up?
I ended up
Team
Team
Conrad.
Conrad. And I want to explain why. And this is also just patting myself in the back here. Caroline is not afraid to admit sometimes when she needs to change her mind. So
Didn't the
Thank you.
timeline thing kind of like,
Yes.
and I think that happened to a lot of people.
Oh, really?
Like
okay.
anybody that I saw that like wasn't in the community of people
Mhm.
who were like Team Conrad or fucking go kill yourself.
Yeah.
They were like, it's hard to realize how much time has passed when
Yeah.
they look completely the same and things are happening so quickly. Someone tweeted, they said, wait, so let me get this straight. We get 3 seasons in a completed show called The Summer I Turned Pretty before Stranger Things ends.
And before season 3 of Euphoria. Basically, yes. So, like, yeah, they did it so quickly that it kind of like, it was just really hard. It was also fresh for me. You know what I mean? Everything that Conrad sort of did to be a dick in those like pivotal moments when you're a little girl, Jeremiah was kind of the right thing for Belly at that time. Like, she never should have.
They're brothers.
Yeah, she never should have ended up with Jeremiah. Like, but I think at the time, that was probably the right boyfriend for high school Belly, was somebody like Jeremiah, who's a golden retriever, who's not gonna fucking, I mean, maybe he would hurt her, but high school is a little bit different. Like, someone who isn't so, I can't, I'm so, you know, whatever. Now, I understand Conrad was going through real shit, but like, I'm just saying maybe he should have actually stepped away and been like, I actually shouldn't be doing this because I'm in no place to be a partner, and like, I don't want to fuck you
And
up.
don't wait until you're at the girl's
Yes.
prom to do that.
Exactly. And like, we've been best friends and family friends for our entire lives, and I'm just gonna like just kind of whatever. So there's that whole thing, and then we see the Jeremiah, and then obviously like he cheats, but also like they were broken up, so it's whatever. But what I really kind of realized at the end is like, and I also honestly didn't love that Conrad did what he did the night before Belly's wedding. I'm just like, I know he had, well, I guess you haven't seen it yet, but you have.
The thing about the letter?
No, it's just the night before the wedding, like they all have like the bachelor parties, and Conrad finds out that Jeremiah cheated on Belly, and he like loses it, and he runs into Belly on the beach, and he's like, don't marry him. Don't marry him. I love you. How could you be with someone who cheated on you? Like, be with me. Don't marry him. And she's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, she like flips out. She's like, how dare you?
If that had happened to Caroline, oh, there would have been arson committed.
Yeah, and I'm just like, that's like so
it wouldn't have been
crazy
Cousins
to
Beach.
do.
It would have been the We Were Liars beach.
Yeah. If you catch our drift, things would have been ablaze even. No, but I'm just like, that's like, I get that he just found out that, but there were so, I'm just like, okay, you've been holding on to how you felt about Belly for so long. Maybe she shouldn't have gotten married, but to him, but I still don't love that Conrad, like, it's just like, God, you continue to like do this. You know what I mean? And then obviously like whatever happens. But at the very end of the show, in the finale, Conrad shows up to Paris, and he apologizes and takes accountability for prom. And they talk about these things, and they kind of reflect on how much they've grown. And I see him so differently. There's a great moment where, you know, in the first season, he's like outside being broody, smoking a joint. And Belly is like, you know, it's really bad for you. You shouldn't be smoking. And he's like, oh yeah. Like, and he's kind of like a dick to her. And so now we're in Paris, and someone brings out a joint. Belly takes a hit, and he just is like, I thought that smoking, you know, increased your white matter in your brain or something. And she says, do you remember every single thing I say? Which is something he said to her once, which like evil, by the way, to say to like, do you remember every single thing I say I've ever said? He said that to her once. I like that shit. That's why I didn't fucking like him. So she says it back to him, hands him the joint. He takes it and says nothing and just passes it to the next person and doesn't hit it. And it was just this moment of like, there was no judgment towards her at all. Like, go on your journey, whatever. But it's almost like, yes, and he says, yes, I do remember everything you say. And it's like, he held on to that. I don't know if that's why he stopped, but it's like, you just kind of notice the growth in these moments and whatever. And then Belly ends up getting to have her moment where she's like, you don't get to fucking do this to me, which I kind of wanted to see from her. Now, what I will say I wish would have happened, I do wish she would have ended this season choosing
With no
herself with no one, because we're getting a movie.
Yeah, and now I'm like,
put her with Conrad in the movie. Like, give a little bit of time.
It's gonna be their life. Is it just gonna be like a La La Land montage of like their life?
I know. And Jenny Han was like, well, there's so much that's gonna. I mean, it's obviously complicated when like you're dating your sibling's ex. You know, you ruin their wedding. Like, there's obviously drama that is there. But I do feel like it would have been powerful to see the last episode have Conrad and Jeremiah start to repair their relationship, and see Belly really choosing herself in Paris. And then us getting the announcement, hey, there's going to be a movie, so that all these people who were diehard Conrad heads can put their faith in that. And then maybe do a time jump and be like, okay, now they're together in the movie.
This is going to be the new Downton Abbey. They're going to, like, every 10 years, there will be
a new
The Summer I Turned Pretty movie.
The Summer I Turned Pretty. But what I will also say, though, is, that being said, even though I would have liked that ending, I don't know if I would have liked that ending as much as I liked Conrad and Belly getting busy in the back of an Uber to Dress by Taylor Swift. Phoebe, it was like an extended sex montage for like
Jesus
so
Christ.
long, and it was like hot. Like it was crazy.
And he just got
I was
engaged.
like, okay. No, they didn't.
No, he just got engaged. Chris Briney.
Oh, in real life. I will be seated for the movie, although we're not going to be getting it for like 2 years, so you've got time to catch up. But that is my my final thoughts on The
Wow.
Summer I Turned Pretty. So for all of you people who are waiting with bated breath to hear what I thought, there you go.
There was a video that the Chiefs did where they were like Team Conrad, Team Jeremiah, and Travis was like, "Who?" I'm like, it's like your
That's-
girlfriend's show, essentially.
You know, literally to show your girlfriend is like bankrolling your wedding. But with, I do also think, sorry, Joe Alwyn's a Conrad and Travis is a Jeremiah. And here's the thing, Jeremiah is gonna also grow up. You know what I mean? Jeremiah's the younger brother. Like Conrad should be more mature than Jeremiah, you know?
Mhm.
Which is also why sometimes it's
Joe
hard
Alwyn
to
is like
see
if Conrad hadn't grown.
hadn't evolved. Yeah. That's also what's hard to see as like an older sibling. Like, holy shit, you doing that to him. Like she basically like leaves him on the day of the wedding. And it's just like, how sad is that? Like whether or not, you know, like it's,
But there is
it's
something about
sad.
seeing like these people. I mean, I know that guy, that actor, is married in real life.
Oh, he is.
But like they look. They haven't aged enough since we saw them playing high schoolers
agree.
that I like
Totally agree.
believe them as like getting married.
Yeah, no, I'm totally
Taylor's
with
the
you.
only one that looked old enough to
Granted-
be in a wedding situation.
Granted, that was the whole thing though. Belly and Jeremiah are fully in college.
Still?
Yeah, when they're getting married. Like
Oh
that's
my
part
God,
of why
I
they
thought
like
they were-
shouldn't be getting
I
married.
thought
Like
they
they're
were
in college.
I thought they were surely out of college.
Jeremiah maybe
That's
just graduated.
crazy.
Belly is a senior in college. Yeah. Yeah.
You have your whole life out of you, girl.
So that's also like
Clearly.
part of it. Clearly, girl. Anywho, can we talk about Huda's proposal for a second? Her literal proposal.
Guys, I think I made a very astute observation in the text. So Caroline
Tell me.
sent today with me and Amber, she sent the Huda commitment proposal. And I was like, our generation is so fucked with commitment issues that asking someone to be your girlfriend
Mm-hmm.
has to look like a proposal because you guys have been together long enough that like the connection is there and
Yeah.
you're probably like close to being in love with each
Yeah.
other. But you haven't been able to commit.
You've been
So
able
you
to seal
have
the
to
deal?
do this like proposal kind of thing because it's not like it would have been in the beginning where it's like we're gonna start going on dates and then eventually I'll ask you to be my girlfriend or my boyfriend. And then I'm gonna save this massive romantic gesture for when I don't know I propose to you.
It's like, what do you do for the proposal now? So for those
You're
who
gonna
missed
have
it,
you're gonna have to do what I wanted my proposal to be, which was
What?
at Kennywood Park on my birthday, so it's closed in the winter. And
so you
my-
had to get it open for me.
in my
and that's romantic.
and I also just meant like nobody would be there. We'd have it all to
Well, yeah.
ourselves.
Oh right. Oh.
And my kindergarten boyfriend would be on this thing called the Sky Coaster, and he would be in a tuxedo and holding the ring, and then they'd let him go, and he'd scream, "Will you marry me?"
Will you marry me? And she's to
And
catch
then-
the ring, but she doesn't. It goes into the water. They filled them with alligators for this moment to make it more dramatic. Phoebe now has to decide between jumping into the water to marry her one true love or being single for the rest of her life.
Well, we know what I picked, I guess.
What did she choose? Just kidding. Oh,
So yeah, that's a little teaser to what Huda's proposal is gonna be for her wedding.
guys, it's crazy. It literally is like, I mean, thousands of dollars of white roses, balloons. It says "be mine." Watch, it's gonna be like, well, I didn't ask you to be my girlfriend. I just said like, do you want to be exclusive? Like, be mine. Like,
Literally.
like fully nothing. Yeah. There are like pictures of her everywhere. There are gift bags. There's like
Wait, the
no
pictures.
way.
The pictures are low key giving Jason's pictures of Arya.
Yes, because there's like a close up of her boobs, a close up of her eyes, like whatever. Then they both made these like bizarro posts where she's like off the market. It's like, girl, we know. Like, we've known.
You made that clear.
And this guy is like apparently such a fuckboy. I haven't watched everything he's been on, but I did just see The Perfect Match, which he was just on, which is why she said she couldn't talk about it at the show because that's a Netflix show and he was on it. But it's, I mean, good for her. Hope she's happy, but it is crazy. And it's giving love bombing. It's giving what happens when you have to announce to everybody, delete all the posts. Like,
And it's
oh
coming.
my God. Oh, it's coming. All right. I think it's time. We got to get into Salt Lake City.
Guys, I told Caroline, this happens every time a new season of any Housewives show starts that I watch, where I'm so excited that the season is coming, but I'm typically like not super excited for the first episode because it's normally just like, let's drive around Beverly Hills and catch up with what everybody's been doing.
What's
Honestly,
been
any first
happening?
episode of most Bravo shows are typically like that because oftentimes these people don't necessarily hang out, so there's not
Right.
already drama.
Right.
Whereas in Utah,
Can't relate in Salt Lake City.
small
That
crew.
they just do not have that problem. I mean,
No.
is this season 7?
6?
6? It's
I
like,
think.
I can't believe every time Amber texts me, I think she's going into labor. So I'm always like, what is that? But we're all good. Anyway, I just keep, like, every time I watch a show, I'm like, it's impossibly good. Like, how do they replicate this magic without it feeling stale time and time again? Like, it honestly felt like in this episode, the contrived drama, such as Whitney hiring the male strippers to come on the bus, which I hated. That was my least favorite part of the episode. And girl, you don't have to do that. You actually
You guys
don't
are
have
good.
to create any drama. Just get you guys in the same room, get you breathing the same air. The
And put
drama
Brittany
will
Bateman in
appear.
there.
And
It'll be
oh my God.
good.
I'm sorry. Like, as much as I know those girls, those girls fucking hate that
Hate
she's on
her.
that show. They hate her. They cannot believe that the audience loves her. But sorry, guys, you're stuck with her. She's fucking gold. Like, she lives on this level of delusion that
And
is
she's such
inaccessible to most people.
She's a producer's dream because and you might disagree with me on what I'm about to say, but I feel like the camcorder thing was maybe a production. Like, they were like, this
Oh.
would be fun to have these. And then they were probably like, well, we know who to give these to.
No, we know who the video girl is, apparently. I was like, Brittany goes, since I'm the video girl. I said, what? What
No,
are
no,
you
also,
talking
don't
about?
make
The
a
video
joke
girl.
about this.
Yeah, it's
Don't
not first of all,
make that joke. Don't make that joke in front of Meredith Marks.
yeah, it's
about
not
you being
enough
the
time
video
has
girl.
passed for that to be funny to these people yet. Okay, just because we thought it was funny does not mean that Mare thinks it's funny. When she did that, and the other thing about Brittany is like the delusional confidence. So it's like where a producer could say to somebody like Mary, even who is delusional in her own way, but a producer could say to Mary, hey, we think it would be so fucking funny and great and good TV and special for you to bring whatever to this party. If Mary was not sold on that or like wasn't sure or didn't love it 110%, she'd be like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not doing that. I have my own idea, whatever. Brittany, like, she's like, whatever you want. Yes, sir. Like, she is reporting for duty. There's no level of like, I'm insecure and I don't know how this will land and I don't know what this will look like and I don't know. No, a producer said it. She's like, game on. I am game. The way that she stuck up for Lisa, I was like, this is so
Am I missing something?
embarrassing because Lisa would never do this for you.
Never.
And I have to say, we were going through our like rankings of me and Clyde and Gibson were talking about our rankings of the Housewives right now. And look, I mean, I don't know what you're going to think about this, but Bronwyn has essentially fully usurped Lisa Barlow for me.
I think I disagree, only because for me, it was never really about loving Lisa Barlow. Like, it wasn't about like I could never love Lisa and Bronwyn for the same reasons. Like,
Right.
what I loved about Lisa was her absurdity and like,
But
there's something
now-
absurd about Bronwyn. And I
yeah,
understand what
like
you're
everything
saying.
about her.
I understand what you're saying about like Lisa's fallen down the Lisa totem pole for me, but there's
Yeah.
something about the character Lisa Barlow that is never going to be replaced by someone like Bronwyn.
No, and she is, I mean,
They're just like it just
she's
isn't
iconic
comparable
to
to
a
me.
fault. But the thing is, she's gotten just her antics have become deeply annoying to me. Like,
No,
she's
I
become
agree.
irritating. It's like her shit when she's FaceTiming Angie. Well, I don't want to name drop, but I'm actually going to be doing something like way cooler than you. I'm going to be with Blake and Ben. Yeah. Affleck, no, Blake and Ben. I'll be with Blake and Ben. Like that whole thing, I was just like, girl, shut the fuck up. And she was like, yeah, I'm actually gonna be super cooler than you. Like I actually think it's annoying. I don't think she's funny with shit like that. Like she can be funny, but what it is she's taking herself so fucking seriously. She won't allow herself to be in on the joke, like except for Wendy's, you know. But it's like that's not the joke. That I mean, that's great. Get that bag, be in on that.
She
joke.
needs to be doing. She doesn't need to go quite as far as like an Angie, but she needs to be in the joke in a way that like Meredith is. Like Meredith isn't
or Bronwyn
sacrificing
even.
any. Again, like they're not in the same conversation for me, other than being like they're such different characters.
I think I'm putting them in the same conversation because
of
one,
their beef.
Bronwyn entered as Lisa's plus one. I mean, Lisa brought her in, but also their beef, but also because I think a lot of people see Bronwyn as a villain. And I think a lot of people have seen Lisa as a villain. And so it's like, if we're going to say who's my favorite villain, I unironically love Bronwyn, even though she's problematic, even though she does all kind of annoying things, even though I think that she's probably psychotic. Like, I mean, she has fucking identity fraud cases against her. She is interesting. She's got real money. She has fun with her money.
That was interesting that, and I don't remember, I think she mentioned it, so I feel like this had already happened, but like her willingness to bring up the cases against Lisa while Lisa's not there, while this is potentially happening with her, I was just a little bit like, do you really want to?
Well, those cases aren't recent,
and I'm
though,
sorry,
for her.
floating around the Jen Shaw of it all with
that
the
was
Lisa
crazy.
stuff.
Wait, who
I
said
was like,
that?
Bronwyn.
Was it Bronwyn who's compared her to Jen? Or
I'm
was that
pretty
someone
sure it was
else?
Bronwyn.
I know it was Angie. That was Angie. Because Angie had to
but it was
apologize
co-signed
for it.
by Bronwyn.
But I mean, no, that was a crazy thing to say. But I also was like, Heather, shut up. Like, I'm sick of Heather coming to Lisa's defense. It's giving still.
Heather and Jen.
Yeah, it's giving I was never cool and I wanted to be bad. And now I've got my beauty lab and now I've got all this shit and now Lisa brought
right, and
my
like
friend.
Lisa, it's kind of probably the trope that Heather wanted was like Lisa was mean about Heather season 1 and like now they've come full circle to where like Heather feels like she's in the cool girls club now because Lisa tolerates her.
Yeah.
And but what I saw a TikTok that Heather's younger daughter Georgia, is that her name? The redhead?
I don't know.
Well, our mom's name is Georgia, so I don't think that her name is Georgia. All redheads look the same.
Well, our mom's name is Georgia, so if that is your name, change it.
But she just posted a video of Heather coming to parents weekend at her school, and like I think Heather gets a lot, and I'm not a Heather Gay stan or defender. Like I love her in her own kind of like she's a Salt Lake wife kind of way, but she's not like my favorite of all of them. I don't find her very funny all the time especially when she's trying to be. But I do like this. I have like a soft spot for her in that like she had so much of her young adulthood taken away by this thing that she thought was helping her and it was really hurting her. And so now she has these daughters who could easily kind of resent her mom's interest in their normal lives of like they get to go to college and they get to go to parties and they get to be the good time girls like Lisa called Heather in season 1. And they're just like they're not embarrassed by her. They're letting her like have fun and like play the games with all their friends and like all these things and do things she didn't get to do in college. And it's just like there's something so sweet about that. I love her. I think her kids are so sweet.
And I also
really like Whitney's kids. They're so sweet.
Yeah. And I also need to say, hey, Whitney, your daughter's not being bullied because she has red hair. She's being bullied because her mother is on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and
doing
like
sexcapades with her dad,
insane shit, and like airing out the whole family's dirty laundry and dyeing her hair like the worst shade of red possible. It's like, okay, I just that. And Whitney, here's the other thing. As much as Whitney is my least favorite housewife,
tenfold.
She can instigate something and she will come
that is
at
true.
you. I mean, all Brittany had to do nothing for Whitney to, and that's why I'm like, Whitney, hey, save the money. I know you need it. Sorry, save the money. Don't hire the male strippers. Just walk in. Somebody will bait you. Whether Brittany Bateman will bait you,
exactly.
or Brittany the Bateman, like literally, she will fucking bait you.
I think Brittany was sent in there with
bite her
like
head off.
with a cartridge of ammunition.
It seemed that way. It seemed like she
Lisa.
was prepped. Yes, and it is funny that, like, I mean, you know, it went straight to Lisa's head that she wasn't in the episode, but she was mentioned literally nonstop. Mary had me
dying laughing.
LOLing.
Oh,
When she is
my
cooking
God.
her frozen veggie burger over the fire, I'm like, Angie, what were you thinking? And when Mary's like, I actually had nothing to do with this. Do not put my name on this fucking event. I would never have done this, like, ever.
Yeah, and
It's
Angie's like,
hilarious.
I don't believe you're really enjoying this.
No,
Why
and I
was
don't think they
camping
stayed
the
out there.
choice?
I think we didn't
No.
see the evening. I believe they, but not it going all Blair Witch. I was just like, that's the other thing. This show has so much fun with it. But what we really need to talk about is Angie K's rise to power and how it needs to be studied. And what I need to say is the reason that Angie K has gone from wannabe to queen bee is because she is in on the joke. And she understands that what we're doing here isn't making Emmy-winning drama limited series television. We're not curing cancer. We are literally putting on a show for people who are bored at home. Okay, that's what we're doing here. And
Exactly.
Angie said, I'm not going to take it too seriously. I'm going to have fun with it. I'm going to be able to laugh at myself. I'm going to be in on the camp of it all. And like, it's okay if I catch a few strays in the process. That's part of it, you know? She's so fun. And that's what Lisa is incapable of doing.
Yeah.
And that is, for me, her fatal flaw. Like, it is so hard to get behind her when she can't laugh at some of the ridiculous shit. And also, like, it's just, she has this obsession with needing to, like, well, actually, like, it wasn't embarrassing. It was actually, blah, blah, blah. Like, she has to be the best, whatever. And it's like, sometimes you're not. You're
Like,
in a
even-
group of
even
women
when
where
she-
you all want to be that.
Even when she like does her singing and stuff, like if she did more of that and the Wendy's and all those things in the same way that Meredith can do the DJ set where she
DJing,
makes
yeah.
fun of her own lines in the show and like she can kind of
Right.
And I also think part of that is Meredith has a fun family. Like she
Yeah.
has 2 kids who make fun of her relentlessly, I'm sure, and she's
Right.
a goofy ass husband who like they're all
Wait.
in on the joke together. I heard maybe there's some weird rumors about him, which I would
I
hate,
didn't see
but-
that, which I'm sure there always are. But no, there was a video Meredith and Lisa did where Lisa was like, what does Seth call himself? It's so funny. And Meredith was like, oh, he calls himself middle management. I was like, that's in the family. He calls himself middle management. Because Meredith was like, well, I run the house, obviously. And Seth calls himself middle management. And I just
I
thought that was,
fucking love them.
he is fucking funny. But I do think he cheats on her regularly. So there's that.
But I wonder if she does
Does
too.
she care though? No, I don't think she's cheating on anyone. I don't think she has any interest in having sex. I feel like Meredith.
She's giving
Meredith
Lisa
is like,
Vanderpump.
thank God. She's like, yeah, go get it somewhere else and don't fucking bug me with this shit. Like, that's the vibe I get from Meredith Marks. Anyway.
But like Lisa is married to a piece of white bread and both of her kids don't really seem to have the younger kid I think has some personality.
Yeah.
But John Barlow, that's the husband's name. What's the kid?
John, yeah.
Henry?
Henry and
Jack?
Jack. Yeah, yeah.
Like they just don't and I also don't it's different when you have 2 like kind of masculine boys, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like
Well, though,
they're
I mean,
not gonna make
was
fun
it
of
Jack
Lisa
who went
in
on
a way
his mission
where
trip? Like, I
Lisa-
mean, she's not. Like, if that's your story is that Jack is going on his mission trip, then it's just not gonna do what it's doing when Brooks and, you know, Chloe come visit for their mama's bat mitzvah. Like, it's
Well,
actually
just
just
something-
not gonna have
their
the same effect.
dynamic just isn't I don't mean no, it helps when we see the family, but I just mean the general family dynamic is like Meredith is used to being in on the joke
Yeah.
with her family, and she was before she came on the show.
Yeah.
Whereas Lisa, I don't think is. I don't think she's ever
You're
been
right.
used to
No.
being in on the joke.
100%. And I'm
So,
also
like the singing, I feel like she knows she's a bad singer, so she can make fun of it. Yeah,
because Phoebe, I don't think she knows that.
she has
I'm like-
to.
See, like, I would like her so much more if she knew it. But Phoebe K. Connell, Lisa Barlow thinks she's a good singer.
No way.
Yes. 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 Guys, what do you think? I believe wholeheartedly that Lisa is like, you don't make me sing. Like that kind of a vibe. And she's like, okay, like, I'll do it. Like, yes, I don't think she's not doing anything to poke fun at herself seriously. It's not enough. Like, I'm sorry, getting a Biggie Diet Coke at Wendy's isn't like making fun of yourself, really. You know what I mean?
My culture's not your costume.
Yeah,
Miss
exactly.
Barlow.
Thanks. It's yeah, exactly. But like her singing, like she's not the type to do that if it's funny. She's not opening herself up to getting made fun of. She doesn't. That's the other thing. I want you to think about how many times you or I have posted something on our story about Lisa Barlow and tagged her. And we have been, making fun of her. We have been like, we're laughing at this for the wrong reasons kind of a thing. As is everybody else except for fucking Lisa Barlow. And she responds with like, love you, gorgeous. Like she thinks we're being for real. So like, I want you to think about those moments and then tell me you think she's a good singer or you think she thinks she's a bad singer. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I will be proven wrong.
I really think she has to.
It makes her less likable if she doesn't know. If she thinks she's a good singer, it makes her less likable.
Yeah, but I think she knows.
Somebody weigh in. I'm telling you, I don't think so. The other thing though about it, and then we can move on from Salt Lake. Bronwyn is able to take accountability. That girl, I mean, well, the other thing is that it's like, okay, so she lied about a fucking necklace. Whatever. It's not like she can't prove that she could buy if she wanted to. It's not like she lied about something.
And she was so honest about what it was too.
Yeah.
Like I really respected that she was like, I was in a new group of friends and I won it. Like and she's like, I know it sounds stupid and it sounds shitty and it sounds all these things, but that's what happened and that's inhuman. That
right. And like for her to be able to do that as a second season kind of villain for a lot of people is, I think, huge. And Lisa Barlow, I don't think has ever apologized for anything. And that's like the whole last season. I just was like, come on, like give me something to root for, Lisa. I had such a hard time getting on board with so much of her shit because there were so many moments that if she would have just fallen on the sword and said, you're right, I didn't behave correctly or that was wrong, then she could have gained basically all of her goodwill back with me. But she never did. And that's where it's like, okay, well, you're not fun to watch anymore if you're going to be the person who like makes this no fun, you know, like not that she, I mean, of course she can't help but be iconic and fun. And I still love her and I would be devastated if she ever left the show. I'm just saying in terms of, she's still probably like my number 3 or number 4. I
mean, she's always going to be
my favorite. I think it's Bronwyn, Mary, and Angie are tied for my favorite.
For me, it's Angie. This isn't in order, but Angie, Mary, and Meredith. Those are my favorites.
Meredith is my second favorite, I think. And then
Bronwyn I wouldn't want to hang out with Bronwyn.
Bronwyn is also, I feel like, my kind of person and not really as much yours, which is okay. She gives off like, there's something very camp and very musical theater about her, like in a way. You know what I mean? In that way. I don't know.
Right.
Anyway, Bronwyn also is good fucking TV. Sorry.
Yeah, she is.
But I can't wait to see Lisa say, you suck gout dick. Like, I'm sorry, Shakespeare couldn't write these lines, all right?
Thank God.
They are so good. Okay, do we want to touch on Love Island Games or Big Brother at all?
Am I on Nightmare or Dream this week?
I think I'm on Nightmare.
Well, maybe we can touch on them in our rotations.
Okay.
I feel like you
touch
wrote
on
down
both in your
that,
rotations, or...
Yeah, I think so. We probably can. I mean, I don't know because I don't know your
because I'm on Nightmare.
And everybody that from those shows that would be on a rotation at this moment
would be Nightmare.
Or not making Dream.
Well, except for one thing I'll say about Love Island Games. We'll just do like a quick little bop in here. First thing I want to say about it, I don't know. I just like the competitions are my least favorite part of Love Island.
Me too.
So a whole show about the games is like...
And I'm sorry, like it just doesn't make like a whole lot of sense to me.
No, me either.
It's just...
And the other thing is everyone's being so transparent about like, I'm here for money. So I'm like okay, well, I want to see you guys getting emotionally invested and acting crazy because that's really why you would act crazy. Like, is the emotional investment. Chris walking into that villa saying, you guys probably know who I am.
No. He was driving. I was like, how is every word out of your mouth
make you less and less likable? Yeah. No, I'm like, okay, dude, you should not have gone on this show, or you should have waited at least a year for us to forget a little bit because you are solidifying yourself as bitch boy number 1. Like that's what you're doing on this show.
Insufferable. And what did he say when he was on that podium in like the first episode when they were coupling up for the first time? He said something so rude to one of the girls. I can't even remember.
I think he said to one girl like like they were trying to kiss, and he said something about her kissing like it was too soon or something, or like
It was too much. I think the kissing was like too much.
or something. And then like him pretending to be asleep in bed. There was like just the moment where his girl's coming to bed and he literally is pretending to be asleep. There's a man sitting there going, Chris, trying to talk to him. He's like, I'm asleep. And he's like, you're not going to cuddle with your girl at all? And he goes, no, it's too soon for that. And he literally pretends to be asleep and she comes in. It's just like, he is absolutely what I thought he is. A total fucking bitch boy.
Yeah.
I want to see him. I do want to see him do a competition and lose though. I would love that. That would get me going.
But I also saw in your note and I agreed. Andrea is like super pleasant. I've actually
literally
really enjoyed her.
And
I haven't watched a whole lot yet, but I
haven't watched all of it either. But yeah, and honestly, I remember when she first came on her original season as a bombshell, if she hadn't been messed up in the Rob thing, I honestly think I would have really liked her because I remember in the beginning being like, oh, she's cool. I thought she was so pretty. She's like curvy, but still like super fit and hot, and like she did like the eyeliner, and I just always love a girl who wears eyeliner, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna like her. And then she just became like the ultimate pick me.
I felt so bad though when she said in one of her confessionals in the first episode, she was like, there was part of me that really did believe Rob was gonna come, and I'm like, that's the worst part of who Rob is. And like most of the guys that go on these shows, is that like they will do that and then they're like, well, I'm gonna put on a big performance, but then I'm gonna like stay here.
I'm gonna do this whole thing. I'm gonna make you think I'm gonna leave with you. I'm gonna give you that false hope,
which makes everything so much worse.
Yeah, like just don't even ever say like I'm leaving. Like it was like the first thing out of his mouth was like, I'm fucking leaving. Why would I stay? So of course,
I honestly feel like
think that
Iris and Pepe and TJ and all the people involved in all that mess of those couples and Hannah and Charlie, like everything, I feel like they all kind of learned from that to be like, you're probably just gonna stay on this show and that's okay.
Yeah. I also feel like I thought there might have been some producer pressure for them to stay to sort of set the precedent that like we don't, because also I mean they think they do make it hard to leave is the other thing, and maybe it's just better to set the precedent that like you just stay until you're eliminated and that's the game and that's part of it. But yeah, I've really liked Andrea. So I don't know if you've gotten there yet, but we just got 2 new bombshells, which is blowing my mind a little bit because we have Justine, who obviously, did you ever watch Justine's seasons? She's won twice.
I've only watched 6 and 7.
Okay, so she won, I want to say it was like season 2, and she got played by this guy. Like he had a girlfriend the whole time and they won, and she split the money with him, and then he had a fucking girlfriend. And then she went on games and she won that, and basically the same thing happened, like a little bit. Yeah. Not the exact same, but like she got played again. So she's here again now. She's best friends with Celly Vasquez, who obviously you know because she's on After Sun. Celly was on season 2. Celly was a fan favorite. I was obsessed with Celly, loved her. She was with this guy, Johnny, and they were like the cutest fucking couple. He goes to Casa Amor, makes a total fucking fool out of himself and her. They have this huge whatever, and they end up getting back together. Everything's fine. They break up after like a year. And I was invested in that couple. Like I was like, what? I couldn't believe it. They just had Justine and Johnny walk in together. And like Justine fucking hates Johnny. Like he fucked over her best friend. They just had them walking in together. They paired Justine up with fucking Charlie to see if they can say, I think he might be eliminated now, but to see if
I think I saw that on their Instagram.
They can save him. And I'm like, Justine, from what I know of her, would not vibe with anything that Charlie is. So,
but I am happy that Love Island Games is like I was really pleasantly surprised to get on Peacock and see that it's the same schedule basically.
Yes. Yeah. Me too. Anywho, so I'm watching it casually. I'm certainly not as invested. I just can't be. There's way too much. All right, let's do our rotations. You can start.
First is going to be, man, I was really thinking I was on Nightmare. We'll just put the Steelers at number freaking 1.
Woo! Even though kind of they got lucky.
Yeah.
I did turn it on for like a little while, and I did catch the pass that Aaron Rodgers threw directly to the person not on our team. And I was like, Anyway, but we won.
We freaking won. Next is going to be the dog that I've been walking. Oh,
if you're on the Patreon, then you heard Phoebe actually burst into tears, realizing they requested her for another walk. The pictures you've sent of the dog in this chat today, it was like it's actually like a meme, you guys.
Like he is so cute. And like when
What
we
was
walked
that
through the
face
lobby,
he was making? Happiness?
yes,
He's
he
like
was
his mouth
rolling
is wide
around.
open, like this huge smile. It is giving such a good like reaction meme pic.
He like when we walk through the lobby and he sees some of the people that he recognizes, he will just like starfish on the ground. He
He's like, all right, rub my belly. Oh my god,
he's so
that's
cute.
so cute.
And last will be, because we don't put kids on the rotation, I'm gonna put the family of Coop on the Stoop. We haven't talked about Coop on the Stoop, but you don't even know who he is.
No.
Oh my god, I'm about to freaking make your
TikTok?
day. Yes.
Knew it.
He is basically, it's kind of like, do you remember the dog, Noodles, Bones, No Bones Day?
Yeah.
Every day, Cooper's dad brings him out to the stoop of their street because he just wants to watch the cars go by.
That's so
And so-
coded.
It's Coop on the stoop because and then it'll be like, does Coop sit on the stoop? Is the stoop wet? And does he sit in the chair? Does he still sit on the stoop? Does he stand? What does he do? They're just like the cutest family.
Okay, well
They're
I'll have
so-
to check it out.
So cute. And he's
I
just
love
like,
wholesome dog content.
no, it's a baby.
Okay, well, you made it sound like a dog because you said like you compared it to Noodles, the dog.
No, but I just meant like people have been using it as like, on like,
then I'm less interested.
people
Just
will
kidding.
people will interpret it and be like, okay, it's gonna be like, today he brought out his busy book and a toy and stood and like got right to work playing, and people were like, okay, so this is gonna be kind of a busy day, is what. Or like one day he didn't sit on the stoop or the chair, he sat in between his dad's feet, and they were like, okay, we're gonna need a little support today, but it's gonna be okay.
Oh my god. Well, I was really into this one. I thought it was a dog.
He's like this little blonde baby, and he always has the best PJs on. Like his mom has like great taste, you can tell. And he's got like one of those baby bellies, you know, and he just
Yeah, I love baby belly.
He is, and he can't jump. There was just recently a video that was like Cooper is practicing his jumps, and he hasn't figured out how
You
to.
can see how I would still think this was a dog, right?
He hasn't figured out. He hasn't figured out how to take off yet. Like he's just like.
I love when babies do that big jump and they don't get off the ground. Actually, they just like do the whole every motion except the
He
airborne
just
part.
posted this video where he was in the backyard shooting hoops, and
Naturally.
he's like trying to figure out how to jump and shoot, and you can hear him hold the ball and squat down and go, 1, 2, 3.
Stop! It's so cute.
He's so cute.
I mean, I was gonna say I'm like a little bit tapped out on cute little blonde babies between Tegan, Hazley. We got another one coming in that family with Uncle Bob, and then we got, of course, Sam and Lena. Sam, who has been my latest obsession. Oh my god, is that a turtle on your shirt? He's like so cute. Oh my god, I just cracked the fuck up. Anyway, okay, my nightmare rotation. First up, Aerie. Stop putting Mickey Mouse on everything. Stop it. Stop putting Mickey Mouse on every piece of Halloween clothing that you're selling. I want the Halloween. I'm not a Disney adult, so stop it. I hate it. It makes it unpurchasable for me. Do you agree?
100%. But
I'm having the same thing with Abercrombie and Snoopy. Oh my god, it's online, babe. I'm looking online. I'm like, add to cart. Never mind. Fucking Mickey Mouse is on there somewhere. Like, enough of it. Enough of it.
Wow. And you know I'm an Abercrombie stan. I haven't noticed.
Yeah,
but
Abercrombie's got Snoopy on all their
I
shit.
love
Well, they barely
Snoopy.
have any Halloween stuff, but what
all
they
Halloween
do have is
stuff.
Yeah,
Well, you know what I
Halloween.
want to get Ryan for his birthday? Williams Sonoma is doing a like Charlie Brown Halloween whatever collection, and their
Cute.
stuff is so cute. I'm gonna get Ryan like a plate or
Aw,
something.
that's cute. You should get him like a cup, a mug.
Well, there are lots of options. I just said plate. It was easy to say.
Yeah, because mug is famously difficult to say. Okay, moving right along. So that's the first thing on there. Next up is the people that say that award shows are stupid and pointless, and that like actually getting to do your job as an actor, that's the reward. Go fuck
Who the
yourself.
fuck says that?
People on the old Celebrity Memoir book club, whatever
What?
podcast.
They said
Yes.
that?
They said, we'll talk about it despite the fact that isn't sort of like getting to do that job the award? Isn't getting to do your job and getting paid for it the award? That's what they said. I'm like, okay, so do you hate having fun? Because I don't get that. I don't get that at all. I'm like, what? Why do you want to take this away from us? Do you know how much joy this brings us in times of darkness? I love an award show.
Yeah, and also
I love an award show.
there are awards in every field.
Yeah, it's not just about actors, y'all.
No, but
And
I don't even mean just in entertainment. Every sort of profession has an award.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, we like to commemorate when people do an especially good job at something.
We like, and also it's
And it's a
different
reason to
because
get together.
everyone's not consuming the work that all of us do, but we are consuming the work that these people do. So it makes sense that we would be involved in their award ceremony because we are the people who got them there. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, at your job, you're the CEO of some fucking construction company. I might not need to be involved in your award ceremony, but there still is one. You know what I mean? Like, probably.
Bingo.
And if there's not, okay, it's fine. But don't yuck someone's yum. Oh my God. Like, it's so fucking fun to have award shows. I like to see the ridiculously rich people walking the carpets with their stupid outfits. I love it. I love hearing what ridiculous thing they're going to say in their speech.
That's fine, but that doesn't mean that the meaning of the award goes away.
And it doesn't mean that I shouldn't like it. How dare you? Okay, so that's second. And then third is the fucking cheap mance and anyone who's voting not for Rachel for America's favorite player on Big Brother. What is happening? What is happening?
I can't believe it.
Guys, I don't care if you're not watching Big Brother. We are asking you. We need our boots on the ground team to go make as many email addresses. Do what you would do for Taylor, okay? Go make as many email addresses as you can. Go on BigBrother.com and vote for Rachel Riley for America's favorite player, okay? I don't care. You can get like 10 votes.
Jimmy tweeted something that was so perfect about the whole thing. He told people not that I think this was necessarily a worry, but he said, guys, don't waste your votes on me. We need to get this for Rachel. Like, when I was like, oh, okay,
Did
it's
you
in the
just
bag
see
now.
in the house? In the house, they're like, "Oh shit, can I revoke all the votes I said for Jimmy?" Did you see Morgan? Morgan's like, I think probably like top 3 for America's favorite players, like you to Vince, Will and Ava. And he goes, "Oh my God, I would flip out if I was top 3. I would flip out. I think you're gonna win." She goes, "I'd freak out if I won too." I'm like, y'all have no clue. Y'all have no clue. It's like between Rachel and Keanu. You are gonna be floored. And I'm sorry, Vince and Morgan are going to be doing it by the end of this. Sorry.
I'm just
we got
so
5 more days.
I know. I
happening.
Can't believe it.
He was touching her leg last night. He said, "Is this okay?" She said, "Yeah." I think because they all got messages from their families and Kelsey didn't send anything in. So I think he's aware. But like to be doing this, I mean, but this is not the first time this has happened. This is a thing that happens to Big Brother. But I am like,
I'm just so curious to see if Morgan actually feels this way about Vince.
If she doesn't, can you imagine the pity party we're gonna get from Vince on socials when he leaves? And it's gonna be Warner graduated with no degree, no girlfriend, like whatever it is. That's good. No job offers, like
no, literally,
no sponsorships. Yeah. Anyway, so that's my.
But yeah, it's been pretty
nightmare.
Crazy to watch. But yeah, vote
I
for
can't believe it's
Rachel
coming
Riley.
to an end. The end on the 27th. So we're gonna have like a ton of fucking evictions this week. So. Buckle up.
Hey, CBS, fucking plan it better next time.
Space it out better. Guess what? Make it last longer. Just kidding. I'll be ready. I feel bad because I'm not rooting for anybody right now. I'm like,
exactly.
I know Keanu's going home, so I'm just like,
Which is
okay, guys, I'm just watching to
he
see what happens.
He is the only person out of this crew that deserves to win. So now it needs to be Ashley, but I think she's
but
next.
it won't be. Yeah. Anywho. All right, guys. That's the episode. I got a jet, but thank you so much for listening. Tune in on Thursday. We will be doing a Pretty Little Punch Bowl. If you didn't catch our recap of season 7, episode 18 last week, go tune into that and check out our Halloween merch. We'd love to see you at a ghost tour. We'd love to meet you on October 4th when Phoebe will be there. Love you guys so much. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next week.
And
and leave us a comment. Tell us that you like our show because we love them.